Hey guys, journey with me as I travel to Mexico without a valid Mexican visa or an American visa. I was flying with United and they had to come verify that I was traveling with only one bag like I stated in my ticket. But the thing about TSA is that they would scatter your bag for you just because they're looking for water or something that is not even relevant. My first flight was to Houston, Texas. It's such a big airport that you have to use train to go around it. Omo, I was so hungry, but man, I had to maintain composure. I got to the gate and they're like, oh, you have to chill till it's time for your own flight. Spirits. You see these guys, I fear them the most. That was not just my only fear. My fear also extended to this flight because first of all, how do we have to come out to enter the plane? And this flight was so small. Anyways, I was going to Laredo, Texas, which is the border for Mexico and the US. I had something really light. Then I took an Uber to the main border. Omo, they said for us to go through, you have to put 4 quarters. That's $1, but 4 coins. Anyways, man was ready for this adventure. They said, Omo, you followed the wrong way. Enter from this other side. And I was, boom, on my way to Mexico. That gate right there is if you're heading back to the US. But me, I'm heading to Mexico. Let's go. So you see this part here is for people that thought they could go to the US without visa. Anyways, you have to turn back and follow me back to Mexico. I got to the Mexico border and it was just so smooth. Entered without any stress. I couldn't record that part, but here's me waiting for my Uber, from the agency that I was working with. I was super excited to be in a different country after 2 years in the US. It was so exciting. I got into the ride. It was a 3-hour journey from Mexican border to St. Lucia Airport, where I was going to take my flight to Mexico City. Anyway, there was nothing much to see other than going from one toll gate to another toll gate, yet another toll gate. This one was past Nigeria. Anyway, after 3 hours, we got to the airport and I was ready to check in. But me and this guy were going back and forth because he didn't understand English, I didn't understand Spanish, and we were going. After all of that stress, my man had to eat, and they were like, you can only get the real tacos in Mexico. And I did have the real tacos, not the one that they give in America with all those inside. This one is real tacos. Right after many hours, I got into the bus, headed to the other side of the airport, and see what they gave me. My seat was right by the exit. They say, anything that happened, Oga, can you stand and say you are a man? I say, yes, I can. I spoke to my dad. It's really good seeing my dad. I miss him so much. I got to my room and I was damn shocked. I was like, this is amazing. This right here is amazing. 2 beds for what, Kwano? Now only me day. Anyway, I've been switching beds from one to the other because I paid for it, and why not? I will enjoy it. Man, next day I was ready to go for my visa interview because that's why I came to Mexico to get my US visa renewed. I was ready, all hyped, all excited, going for that. But you know what? Mangas chop. If I not chop, how I want to answer a question where consulate won't ask me now. Maybe they not go ask me one now and see another one. It was really not much to eat, but I just had something light and then went for my capturing, and thereafter I proceeded to the US Embassy to get my visa done. And you know what? It was really smooth. I got my visa approved, obviously for another 2 years of schooling here in the US, and I'm excited. But the sad part is that I have to stay a few more days for my passport to be returned. Send me a DM or comment on this video if you want help in getting your visa renewed.